Tírate un selfie que te ve bien cabrón. Brindamos todas las copas, que se trabajo. Tírate un selfie que te ve 1,000,000. No hay trabajo en la mañana, un bendición. Baby, put your favorite dress on. And maybe we can skip and go right to the sequel. Prende Philly Blunt, take a hit for the people. Que se el Instagram, que se algoritmo. Machuca sin vergüenza y la tiro con ritmo. Agua. You know I like it like that. You know I like it like that. You know I like it like that. Yeah. Tírate un selfie que te ve bien cabrón. No hay trabajo en la mañana. Llamo a mi cama when the night is done. Ponte algo sexy, mi amor. Hey. Tírate un selfie, mi amor. Chacho. Ponte algo sexy, mi amor. Tírate un selfie, mi amor. Tírate un selfie que te vea 1,000,000. No hay trabajo en la mañana, que se del trabajo. Huepa, mamacita, huepa. Huepa, mamacita, huepa. Huepa, mamacita, huepa. Huepa, mamacita, huepa.
There's like this huge ass delay, like 20-second delay. Be ready for that when it comes to comments. Set the timer. Talk all that. You little chatty Cathy. Is that a cowbell I hear? Don't look at me that way. That's a cowbell. I love cowbells. Here we go. It's nothing like a little cowbell just to brighten up your day. He never shuts up about cowbells. They just clear the air. Bonafide bat poop crazy. He just wants to play with his ding-a-ling. Cowbell. Let's test that delay. I don't know how long that's been there, though. Let's see. Right now, I will type test in the chat. Right. 3, 2, 1, now. Mr. Mouse is not that long. Testicular. Assault testicular? Like, wow. Man, dude, that was testicular. Ooh. That's a testicular cowbell, dude. Oh, alright. I think we're ready. Are we ready or not? Forgot to set up the music and everything, man. All right, I think. We'll see how this goes. Are we ready? Sean? Yes. You left all the buttons on. Sorry, Road Dog. My name's not Sean. Welcome everyone to Late Night Crypto with Road Dog. My name's Lane, where we're looking at Bitcoin. On a tiny ass time frame right now. I don't know, I've been all over the place. Let's see what we're doing on the Daily Ding Dong, as Matty B calls it. There are some lines there where I was looking at this just a little bit earlier. And as you can see, we are still beneath this 200 moving average, and that is, is not bullish. When we fall beneath it, it wants to keep us beneath it. Now we edged up a little bit, got a little up there. We still had a moving average over there to help us out. We ain't got no moving averages over here to help us out, but we do have a higher low system going on. So maybe it looks like we've got a chance at least to get a higher high this time. That's what I foresee. We've probably got enough strength to kind of do that. Still, all these moving averages happily bearish, and there's going to be consequence of that. It's going to be some not to the moon potential just right yet. Now, there can be some strong moves up. Don't get it twisted. It can definitely drive up bullishly. But today is Thursday. Seems like every day is Thursday in my week. Why is every day Thursday? And well, happy Thursday. Feels just like yesterday. But we're approaching the weekend, and I don't know. We're seeing a little stuff going on the weekends. It's mostly game playing, in my personal opinion, right now. But I see them getting us set up for a nice little Friday close. That would be a great place if they could just get us right up here. Maybe even park us right above it. I don't know. These are just some ideas, you know, to get us to an area where we go, well, if they're going to there, is it going to keep going up? Because that looks good, right? Looks good when you make a higher high, especially by the weekend and get stuck there like Bitcoin does on the weekends, go sideways. Can you envision it? Can you see it? Could we do that? Could we do something like that? I think we could. If we can get past the 200 moving average, but see, the rest of the moving averages are stuck down here, so that would be enough to pull us back down. And that's not bad. We make a higher high, and then we come and make a higher low somewhere above these two, and that could be, I mean, that could be a visit, maybe down here, 60. Who knows? That's too far in the future to look at, but that's an idea how price action normally works out. It's easy to look at this and let the hope and the emotions come out, especially, you know, some of the sentiment that's out there, some of the content out there that's just going to suggest that it's just not going to stop. This is it, baby. We're going to 80,000 now. And no. The moving averages beg to differ, my friend. They beg to differ. Excuse me. Do you want me to bust your teeth out now, or would you like it later? Because clearly you got an ass whooping coming. You just don't see it yet. So, I mean, that's just what the moving averages are saying. I'm sorry, but they're being they're being firm. It's not uncommon for price to bump above them, and it can happen, and that could give us our higher high. That's what we need. We at least need to see that. If we do not get a higher high, and I mean, it needs to be higher. It doesn't need to be the same price. We don't want that either. I don't like that. But it needs to be higher. We need 65,500-ish. We need above here on this particular chart 60. Oh, it's about 64.9. So if we hit 65, that'd count. That'd be cool. Because a lower high, as if we don't make it past this yellow line, this 200 moving average, if we do kind of roll over here, and this may take, you know, another 4 or 5 days to play out. Yeah, they drag us out, you know. right there is an example where they drag us out. Here was a big example where they drag us out. Could we drag out over here? But eventually come down and then we either make a higher low or make a lower low. If we're making a lower high, this is a lower high. This has a chance to be a lower low. So we don't want that. We don't want that, man. We need that higher high. Bitcoin, we need you to get elated. We need you to get on fire. We need to set a fire underneath you, Bitcoin. You need to breathe it in. Breathe it in. It's good for you. Take it. Don't cough. You go, Bitcoin. There you go. What you take another one just for good measure there, Bitcoin. Yeah. So, that's some goodness gracious. Okay. Bitcoin used to be, this is just fine right now. What do you look like on the smaller time frames? You getting, are you already doing the consolidation, I guess? Well, perhaps let's go back to the daily. Where can we talk about my shapes here? They go in on the 4 hour. That works good. So here we are, just connecting some lines here, whatnot. I can't quite get this one, but we got this one, and that one's connected, and we touch that wick, 3 touch areas, makes it valid. When I copy this little guy and throw it up here, we identify a channel that we're in, right? And that's the dotted line. Now this, I suppose, really, it should be more like this, and this should be the dotted line. Because this is a tentative line. This is actually one that's holding. It's not exact. It's a little bit zonish. It's a little bit fuzzy, but it was support here, and then resistance here, resistance here, resistance here so far. So we could be bouncing back to the mid or to the bottom of this channel as a possibility. I'm just saying. Don't mean to disturb you, don't mean to disappoint your hopes and dreams, but it could happen. It's not a bad thing. Ichimoku Cloud says, it's cool, she does it all the time, I wouldn't worry about it. Shucks. Dang. And I've got some reoccurring Fibonacci 618 areas just kind of popping around right here in 60,000. And you know what? That's the area that we struggled with right over here. And to come back and retest this area, even close to it, would be quite normal and quite natural, and I would say, they say that's dang near looking healthy. I would like to see that myself for various reasons, not just for markets, price, action, health, but also for some greedy incentives. But wouldn't we all, I guess? Riding right above this green Ichimoku cloud, if you can see that. I don't have him too dark. I don't want it to be too distracting in the streams or in general, but she's thin and we're above her and we're not touching her, and she's not all thick wanting to suck us in and eat us or anything. Pretty cool. I likes it. I'm cool with that idea. I like it. We seem to be breaking a trend line. It's probably on a smaller time frame, though. I got it mostly identified here. Oh no, we haven't broke it. Not broken. Sorry. Don't sound the bells. Didn't mean to disturb you. We're actually doing pretty good here. I'm on the 1 hour chart right now, and we got rejected off of the top here, but it looks like are we going to try to test it? It looks like we could try to test her out again. Now, this might lead to something else, my friends. Might lead to something else. I don't know. Could. Might be something bigger at play. Something bigger at play here. We'll copy this little guy and post him right over here just to identify this little channel idea that we're currently in. I mean, there's bigger ideas that we are in, but right now we got at least this and maybe a bigger channel. I would say it would be. It kind of lines up with this guy over here. If you really want to take that idea a little further, I think you got something right over here along those lines. Not perfectly exact, but those are just some ideas. Right now, we're just concerned with what we got going on, and what can you tell me, baby? What can you tell me? Go from the 1 hour down to the 15 minute. Oh my God, you're getting reckless. You're going to get exciting now. Do you not have another voice other than that one, man? I mean, for real. I mean, it just sounds like he's getting on my nerves, man. I'm just saying. I mean, nothing against you, dude, but I mean, shut up every once in a while. So we got some, wow. Dang, man. Candle bodies lead us right over here. We may be looking at a little bit of a breakout. A little bit? What do you mean a little bit? Dude, man. I mean, for real, dude. Can you... Put some bass in your voice or something, man. Come on.
What do you mean? Breaking out a little bit.
It looks like we're just now getting some candles there. It's in the middle of a green cloud, though, so it's kind of opposite what we really want. Don't know how this one's going to play out. That's usually kind of a watch me trick you move. Let's see about that, shall we? Our moving averages are nicely spread apart here. Our 200 and the 100 and price and whatnot. And they might spread out one more time or so, or maybe they've just spread out enough and they need to come back and consolidate a little bit. We've got this interesting area right here at 50 to 62,255. This is a support resistance area. If you look closely, right over here, follow the yellow circle. Follow the yellow circle right over. Right over here. I'm going to tighten him up on this particular time frame, and you see right on this candle body right here. It was totally resistance, dude. It's like, oh, I'm not going any further. But eventually we got through and came back and said, ha, screw you, sucker, got through anyway. I'm on my way. And we bounced off of it right there, candle close. That's going to be a very interesting area. We didn't quite weak down to it, but I don't know. That's one to put on your radar. That's a nice area to keep above and stay bullish, in my personal opinion. And eventually we might come down and actually try to touch it more than just a wick. We got a little bit of wiggle room on this trend line if we so need to take it into account, but still not enough to get down to that level. Bitcoin, oh Bitcoin. You gave us a big strong move today. I've got to say, the portfolios are going up. The numbers are looking so much better. Is your numbers going up, or your bags, are they looking nice? Shout out to everybody hanging out with me here on the chat. Let's be nice and say hello. Stop hogging all the spotlight, road dog. Dang. We got Mr. Miles, who is first. How's it going, Miles? We got Strega. What's up, Strega? Angel's guest list. What's up, my man? We got Justin Crytpo, says, I also minted 22 million Nacho and 2 million Casper. Maybe you should follow Bear Launches where it's at. Grimmer says, hey everyone, how's it going, Grimmer? We got AD. How's it going, AD? Good brown gravy. Don't forget to like the stream. Those are words of wisdom. Thank you, AD. I appreciate that. It's often easy for me to forget about all that kind of stuff that I'm supposed to be doing to help the channel grow, and stopping and talking about this little thing and stopping and talking about that little thing. I just like to talk about crypto, and so I have some cheap things, but even I forget about them sometimes.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Bitcoin Elvis, ladies and gentlemen, Bitcoin Elvis. There's Miss Celinda. How's it going, Celinda? Good, always good to see you. Is the resistance? Is it French? It sounds French. Justin Crytpo says my Casper meme bag is worth almost as much as my spot Casper bag. Interesting. I have a question. Is that's on a protocol, but it's not the Casper developers that made that protocol, is it? That's what I'm hearing. Is that true or not? Can anyone clarify? The platform that you do the meme coins on Casper were the original Casper developers. Or were they involved with that? It's cool that they're building on the ecosystem and everything. Mr. Mouse Road Dog, you said you like it, but do you love it? Do you want some more of it? Do you try so hard, but you can't rise above it? Mr. Mouse. Get a bandana that says hit the like button, then you'll never have to. Oh, that's smart. I'd probably wear it backwards. Mr. Mouse got his thinking cap on. Let us take a look over here at... Oh, we need to take a bigger look. Oh, look at you. Look at you. S&P broke above its levels, just saying, screw this level. We're going to keep on going. We're going to go higher. If the S&P is breaking its all-time highs over here, one would think that would start spilling over into crypto. We're getting a taste of it. Obviously, we must be getting a taste of it. Shall it continue, master? Shall it continue? Huh? It might. It might keep going. It might have a snowball's chance in hell to get up there. What we need to do is take a look at total 3. Yeah, some people don't believe it, and I believe in it. It helps us just kind of get a glance and know, hey man, when do we need to start making some serious plans on this stuff, man? She's still doing good. We're on the daily. She's not past the levels yet that we need to see her get above. This is going to be an error resistance. I'm going to get rid of that. Doesn't seem to be very applicable. Today's word is applicable. I've been waiting all day to use that. Thank you very much. Applicable. Total 3 is also below the daily 200 moving average, so we got lots and lots of work to be done in altcoins, and it could get kind of jiggle-jaggly. She could get kind of shaky, and that might be cool. I mean, believe it or not, I mean, between these lows here and where we are all these times, there is opportunity to make money both ways. If you play it that way, if you plan on it that way, if you kind of see it that way ahead of time, you can do that. Or else you just watch, oh, portfolio look good. Oh my God, I lost almost half my money. Where did it go? Oh, look, it's coming back again. And I don't know about you, but after a certain point, that starts wearing on you, and you're like, there's gotta be a better way. And it's called taking profits. Profitos. Paying yourself and trying to roll them over, even though sometimes you may be in drawdown. She's got a chance to break out where you are finding some support down here. This is what we call a partial decline. She can't come all the way to meet the bottom of the trend line. It's a partial decline. That's the first steps before we start making a breakout. This is when people look, oh, horse inverted head and shoulders right here. Personally, I think there might be another little shoulder going to form. What do I know? Or maybe we come, ooh, that would work. That would work nice. Let's do that. Hey, Total 3, why don't we do this? Let's tell Total 3 what to do. Hey, Total 3, I see what you're doing, and I love it. Your idea to go up here and do this fabulous to that 200 moving average and then come back down. Love it. I think you should do it. Yeah. But give her some encouragement, people. Come on. It needs up from here. Hey, don't you think? You should do it, Total. Totally, dude. We're in consensus, man. I totally agree. Well, everybody's on board with that, and that looks cool, like a cool idea. It looks like it can't be done, but Total 3, I think you got it in you to at least try it. That would be awful. So Total 3 is above the 9 moving average, and if it's above the 9, everything's fine, and things are looking good. And we down here. Not far from where we were back in February this year. Man, March was the time. March was the time with that triple top up there. March was the time. We need to get back to those levels when we were testing it. That was it. That was when we were at $784 billion. We have lost that many billions of dollars since March. That's a lot of billions. If I had that many billions, well, I would be a billionaire. A multi-billionaire. Multi-billionaire. Can't imagine that. All that money leaving altcoins over this summer. And then it starts coming back around this quarter and pumping back. So, walk in May, sell in May, walk away, and then you got the Halloween effect. Usually comes around Halloween when the market goes crazy and you go, ooh, it's time to buy. Personally, I lean that toward, you got a lot of things going on at the end of October. That's when the government has their fiscal year ending, budget ending year ending. They've got to spend all their money by the end of October or they don't get that fresh new money. Therefore, stuff gets bought and then markets start moving up toward end of October with our wasteful government spending. Because if they don't spend their $500 million, they're not going to get the $750 million next year. They would have to make do with another $500 million that they obviously had a surplus from. Crazy how this stuff works, but it's true. It's true. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm getting ready to turn it over to coins. It looks like we've got a little bit. We need to come down here and take a look at right here. This is our problem right now, but it looks hopeful. It does look hopeful, like we might be trying to continue from here. We need to probably go boring sideways for a little bit here with total 3. Altcoins may take a little lackluster. It would be cool, and then maybe we can continue on up. That would be our most hopeful scenario. But do remember, we are close at a resistance area, just peaked off of it. So, little 9 moving average, 21 moving average, 200. All the moving averages are hanging down here about $15 billion shy. So, we could be looking at a pullback for altcoins too. Are you ready for it? Because if she does pull back, and she is likely to, there is more so of a probability for her to do that, in my personal opinion, than just to bump up here and just like keep on going crazy at the moment. We're going to have a little give and a little take, and altcoins might be getting at a little bit of a juicier buy here soon. Taking a look over here at the crypto market, it's a little mixed bag, man. Swee's doing good, Tao's doing awesome. Wardy looks up. Aptos, what else is hanging on? What's going on big for the week? CKB has had a great week. On the month, it's been Popcat still in the show for the top 100. FET has been doing very well itself. Not to mention good old Aave. Mr. Miles, Casplexes, who made KRC 20, and know the Caspa devs were not aware of it until it was brought to their attention. Okay, well that's interesting. So and that's fair. That's fair. It would be cool if the Caspa devs did have some other stuff in that they were working on some stuff too, I would think, to help grow the ecosystem. I don't know, maybe they are. Just have to see when it comes to something like that. I'm just wondering, is it going to add into the ecosystem, or is it a way to siphon out from the ecosystem? And I don't know. I mean, you can sell Caspa mineable coins that have proof of work behind it for meme coins. Are they actually on there? They're actually on the Caspa chain. They'd have to be. I don't know. Interesting. It may pay off handsomely. I would at least take an 80-20 approach. All you need is Nacho and Caspa and Wolfie. KRC20 is keen, changing my life. Literally. If it's working for you, Justin, that's great. Good Brown Gravy says, I'm afraid to nibble. Dream Tanks TV, let's go! Well, guys, if you got any coins that you want to take a look at, I'll throw them in the chat. Otherwise, you're going to look at the ones I'm going to look at. And right now, one that I'm going to take a look at, we haven't looked at in a little bit, in a minute, is AIOZ. And she is above the 4-hour, blasted above. I mean, think about this for a minute. We're down here. This is how we feel. Oh man, we come up and then we're down and we're below the 200 moving average, and we're down here at the bottom and well, 200 moving average is up here, 41 cents, and it's like, dude, that's so far away. That's so far away. And then, boom, it blasts through it. Hell yeah. Right? You feel me? All right. So that looks to be like a special area that we also got above, flagging out above it. Those are good signs. Here was the trade setup right here at 30, what is that? basically 38 cents. 38 cents. If you put $100 in at this very moment, you would have $111.63. And at one point, you might have had 118, 117. We're hoping that $100 put in here at, where were we? Is it 38? 38 cents? 38 cents. We're 38. We're hoping that $100 put in at 38 cents. We'll continue on up here to 61 cents, and instead of having $100 now, you've got assets worth $158. And we've got a target just a little bit shy of our 618 Fibonacci. I'll have to double check a lot of these things, but I've got a target sitting here at 69 cents, which that $100 would now be $182. And finally, if you have a sell order up here at about 74 cents, well, that $100 that you just sold is now worth about 192. Well, you could just decide split this in the middle. You take 92 and you keep 92, or however that works.
It's not a mathematician, is it?
The thing that you don't want to do, definitely don't want to do, is watch it go up to these areas. You see your $100 turn into dang near 200, and oh, great! And you just don't do anything about it. Diamond hands, baby, diamond hands, because we might be going on up to 83. You might get up there and get that that full $200 instead of that $180 over here. But in the meantime, you might be flirting around down through here, missing some opportunity. And if you're keen not to spread in too many coins, like some people, pay attention to these coins, and you can actually do a lot of multiplying just by doing the ranges there. I'm just saying, you get some ideas going on. What do you think about BitTensor? BitTensor is on my list. It is. Uh-oh, did you move that? Move that back. So I'm looking for, what is this area? I'm looking for a target about 60 cents here. And then of course this target right up here about 73. I guess I should put this, I don't know why I have that there. Oh, because you're at the top over here, that's why, because it would have to come up. Should come up at least there to match these guys. That's it for AIOZ, and that's at what, 69 cents? Let's take a look at Tau. We've been following Tau for a while. And look at where she went. Probably already had a chart on this. I remember you, Tao. You were being obscene. You were being freaky over here. Ultimately, she got above her 618. She got above this area, man. This is confirmed. If you want. Shucks. Shucks, darling. So she actually did confirm this. This is now valid. And if you didn't front run it down here, say that's not possible. Inverted head and shoulders. I'm going to front run it because I'm the DJ and me getting in at 256 and everything. Like, I don't know. We talk about that a lot. Because this was the accumulation zone. Swing high to swing low. Tell me where I need to. The price is going to swing high to swing low. Tell me where she's going to go. But it also tells us where we need to buy. Buying back there, just for anybody who did, when she was around $250, you're seeing a nice little come up about 50% on your bags. Nice. And here's the juicy part. The measure move for this guy. Put him right there on through the breakout, and I ain't going to touch him. I ain't going to slide him to the side. I ain't pointing up to somewhere else. Measured moves are measured moves for a purpose. I don't know why I see that happen on YouTube, but it's just a pet peeve. Measure move takes us to $571.
Yeah, that we're talking, baby. Yeah.
Will it be a straight line? Hell no, it will not. It will have to work hard to get up there. It's got some jagginess to do till it gets above $400. Well, even above $485 might be a little bit of a. It's going to struggle. That means more opportunities to nibble, DCAN, however you're trying to do it, or find other opportunities when she hits a low. So cool, we've got that going on. I'm trying to change this to a measured move. That's what I was doing. Yeah, that's the ticket. Measured move. Measured move. Coolio. Now we got that. I want to zoom out because it's always best when you zoom out. Not that far, man. What's up? And especially if you get a noisy chart, zoom out, man. Zoom out. So here's an example. This is similar to what we're facing with Bitcoin too, but I think Bitcoin lost its favor a little earlier, did it not? I can't remember. But we'll see how we treat this. It's going to be zigzaggy here, but are we going to do it? We should do it above this line here, so maybe no lower than 368. We got to keep this area for this to remain valid. All of our moving averages are still down here at 292, except for the 9. She was hidden there. She was green. These need to start coming up. They can. There's a possibility for Tau that she may come down. They can, without necessarily invalidating the pattern, but we could come down like these areas right here, or maybe just to here. So maybe 320s and down to 320 could be a possibility, and pop right back up and then keep going on the merry way. That's cool. Breaking below here would invalidate this pattern. I would say breaking anywhere below this area right here would invalidate the pattern. It's at 285. I don't foresee that happening, but one idea that you can do is on the smaller time frame, draw a trend line, and that should give us an idea about she should respect that trend line on the pullback if she comes below this line. So, and that's about 340. That's just eyeballing it. So she can have a little pullback, and that's cool. Right now, she don't want to hear nothing about it. Right now, she wants to try to go above that, and that pullback can happen. She can go up a little bit and still do that pullback. Keep that idea in mind. But it's cool that she's flagging out above this. So right now we're safe. Right now we're safe. That's on the 4 hour. She's showing some signs that she may be trying to go a little parabolic here, but that's also keeping us intact with this guy right here. Okay, there we go. So she is at resistance right now. Does she want to try it? She's wanting to try it. She's wanting to break out of that. All right, so if she does break out of this, I don't know if she will flag out of it or not, but she's got a chance to make a nice strong ass move right up there. When you pull your fibs, that should be about like a 236 fib, where she's bouncing off and she's making a higher high. This could be a strong ass move. How high, road dog? Well, that would be an actual flag. That one might actually work, and we're looking at the 618 of this move. And that'd be about $436, could be. She's got a good chance to do that. For real, for real. For reals, for reals. I just moved that. I don't know. So Tao looking kind of impressive here short term. Damn, that's pretty good actually. She hasn't been there since a long time ago. When my bags used to grow. That's the support resistance flip that we got over here. Oh, you tricky little fib and measure mirror. You're so smart. It's already built in there and we just gotta decode it. Look at technically it's right up here, but hey, we'll give it a little. So Tau looks interesting. Just remember, head and shoulders pattern. What other people don't say is that they have a 64% chance wherever they roll over from of coming back for a retest of the breakout area, which is 374, basically where we are now, or a little lower. So if we get up to 480 and like, woohoo, yeah, it's 571 next, baby. Yeah, it might come back before it does that. They've been known to go up there and then come back and do it. So we don't know. We don't know. But we always know that we got a good chance of revisiting this price area. So if you kind of build that idea into the back of your mind, you know, remember to take profits, you know, I got a good chance of getting this one cheaper because we know that percentage, 64% chance. According to Thomas Bukowski, I'd like to give him a shout out. It's a free site that he has. His books are kind of expensive and hard to find because they start going crazy prices sometimes if you can't find them and they're in demand. Such as when the market starts taking off and everybody wants to start learning how to do this. This is like gold. It goes up in value. It's crazy. But anyway, thepatternSite.com, Thomas Bukowski. If you need a source to get started in doing what we do here and not having to work for the man anymore and just do this for all the time, it's kind of cool. It's a cool way to live. This is a great place to start. Changed my life. It's where I found the most solid information. Out of all the information out there that you can spend money on, pay for and everything, there's your free site or paid books if you want to do that and support him. I did. And then you actually have the material there, but you got everything you need to know to win at this game right there. Without paying monthly subscriptions, without supporting somebody else's lifestyle, that they're telling you, yes, follow me and you can live like this. And that's not what that's not how they got there. That's a common thing in real estate and anything guru related is mass marketing, baby. That's the secret. All right, so let's move on now. The STX stacks. What? South Korea, what? Here we are with Dear O stacks still. Man, they flipped all over here. Not looking good, but she's rounding. So they can eventually recover, but You know, it's like we're not getting this while they recover. This is like after they recover, we start getting this. Is when they recover, we get exactly what we got right here. This is what it looks like. This is what recovery looks like when they all flip bearish. If we're not going to just drop down and go to zero, we're going to round out. And it's a slow, boring ass process a lot of times. So it can have its good days, its bad days, but it doesn't change until we start breaking above this 200 moving average. And then that's when we really start seeing everything else start coming into place. Same thing that we're looking for right over here. We're further away this time. She's coming down to meet us, baby. But we're starting to get the setup, the roundiness, and so we got a little range through here, babies. About $1.38 to $2 through here. Great place to start stacking up stacks or anything else that you find. And this is doing this nice little rounded formation here. One of my mentors, oh, that was wrong. One of my mentors from years ago, who no longer has a trading group, as far as I know, used to say rounded bottoms pay the bills. And so there's only certain times in the market when you get to look for a nice, juicy, big rounded bottom. Now, I will tell you a secret about these rounded bottoms is that sometimes about halfway through them rounded bottoms, well, they get the butt crack. And I call it the Bart Simpson butt crack because I usually draw it in yellow, but you get some kind of little harmonic variation, and then you continue with the rounding. Might that be happening now? I would say there's a dang good chance because it looks like we are actually getting a little bit of a breakout. There's just in a little bit. It appears that we maybe, it's not confirmed yet on this particular time frame, getting that breakout. So one of these guys could be cool, meaning that there's some shorter term targets. I know you want it to go back to $3, right? Just go back to here. We all do, but it's just, this is still September. It's almost over. It's getting there. And then at the end of October is usually when we can see things kind of start looking more interesting. Well, that would be right over here. I don't know if it would play out by then or not. Stacks is just she's normally a slower mover. She's been doing a lot better lately. When you look at his history and stuff like that, I mean, she gets a lot of slow times. Here was a nice little, there's your butt crack. Something like this, maybe. We don't know. We have to give it a chance. But usually what I see on this is more of a little bit of a slant down, and then you get a megaphone pattern. It's usually what you see and what we look for, and it'll start doing this way, and that's good. And then the break up to the upside to start doing this stuff again. But it takes a little while, and who knows, she may range through here all the way into January, February, and then start going up in the spring when everything else is supposed to go up. It could play out that way. Meaning she may not be going up just now for stacks, but she can be in a nice accumulation zone. Actually, this is what we got for accumulation zone. She's trying to get out. She's trying to break out of the box. Anywhere below where she is now, below $1.71 is what I've got. Is a good time, the best opportunity to get a good bag of this that you can sell at a higher price for a lot more. Like for say from here to here, about a nice 68%. From where we are now to up here, $3.27, 92, $3.50. We moonbagged this little guy. Moonbag. The best strategy ever for crypto is when you take your collateral out, you put your $100 in, it turns into $200 worth of token. You sell $100 worth of that token and you take that back out, and then you do it again with something else while you just let that little moonbag grow in value. No risk at all for you. You got your $100. Now you got a free $100 bag. Oh crap, it's worth $300 now. Shoot. And all you did was spend $100. You didn't even spend $100. No, you got infinite returns on that. Infinite returns. And if you're ever going to really take a strategy to heart, to keep rinsing and repeating, it would be the moonbag strategy for any kind of long-term holds. It's awesome. Not the easiest thing to do. Takes some discipline to remember to do all that stuff, but that's the game plan. Even if it's just setting your sale target at 100%, you could do that. That's one way to do it. You might have had the woulda, coulda, shouldas if she goes on a run, or like, oh, gosh darn it, it's never getting there, man. What's taking it so long? There's so many ways to play this market. It's just so impossible for one person just to cover them all, or for it to resonate with everyone out there. Everybody has a different approach to this market. I got hair all over my face. What is going on in the chat room? Chat room. Jackson, are we going up or down? That's a good question, because we're at that pivot point, and I think they're really going to park us there. We just now crossed over one of those pivot points, and that's at 618. Now that gives me lots and lots and lots of hope that, you know, we can at least settle down and get a higher low somewhere. And it does look to me, in my personal opinion, that we will get rejected. Hopefully we will get rejected, you know, above 65,000 where we were over here. You got a lot of noise going on over here, man. What am I taking off? This? Yeah, I don't need that. All right. So, and we may do it. We may do it. We still got tomorrow, and then we're looking bullish right now. Ichimoku Cloud says, man, we got this spotlight. Red, green, red, green. This is chop chop. Well, this is... That's why we can't have nice things, Road Dog. Sean? So I think it looks good for this weekend and everything. I don't think it's going to continue much higher than that. Hopefully, if it does, that would be awesome. Now the other, and the reason I say that is because all these moving averages have just crossed, and that's a heavy weight to us. We're getting sandbagged right now, and so making it to the higher high that we need to get over here, or at least to the one after we had this big ass drop. That's what we really need. I don't see the potential for us to go up to 69 just yet. That would be awesome, though. That would be legendary. So you'd have to get up a little bit higher than 70,000, like 70,005. That would be cool. So you blast through there, make her a higher high, and then we're like, oh man, we just got a higher low, probably coming back to where we are now, and boom, we're off to the races. We've been making that W pattern. Oh, she's confirmed. Yeah, we're going to the right, you know, and bingo. But that, it's got to be the only way it can do that is if a hella lot of volume and money starts flooding into the market for some reason. It's like if Bitcoin suddenly becomes the media favorite and a big campaign, and I don't know, whatever, you know, she gets all popular on the media and everybody's talking about Bitcoin and stuff, that could propel us up there. But otherwise, probably going to hang out through here a little bit, in my personal opinion. Road Dog sharing the secrets. Road Dog just blabbing. Road Dog talking about me. I got too many coins. I got too many coins. Oh my god. And my plans to weed them down. Oof. Well, you don't want to weed them down at the bottom of the market. I mean, that's just not what I'm trying to do. But I'll be glad when I get out all these coins, to be honest with you. I'd like to get it down to, I can say this number and somebody's going to say, you're still a disgusting degen. I'd be happy if I could get it down to 20 or 25 coins. That would be good. That would be a come up. Consolidate. Can you please look at Jupiter, says Linda? Why, sure. I don't know why I did that. Let's do this. Jupiter. Breaking out of the old falling wedgie, we are. Measure move takes us up to 158. Oh, she got shot. down, baby. Oh, look at that. Oops, don't do that, man. And that's to be expected. Oh, look, did that hit our target? Did you went blasting? You. Best target. It nailed it. I'm going to call that as a nail it. And then it came back and then went past it. So, how could we have gotten that one, man? These are the questions I ask myself when I'm sitting here. How could we have nailed that? Because we nailed that. Oh, that was a long time ago, man. That was a long time ago, man. We did a swing high to swing low. Tell me. Hey, man. Hey, man. Hey, man. You don't remember what you did you? This is a big one. Screw it. I don't remember. Anyway, nailed it. We're going to move on now. Let's, that's obviously old news here. Looking on the daily. Just trying to go from bodies to bodies there, see what we got. It makes any kind of sense. And yeah, a little bit of an idea there. Candle bodies to candle bodies, and we got this trend line. 2 touches or 2 touch points. You need 2 on one side, 3 on the other to make a valid pattern. We got 4 little points over here, 2 on that one. What's valid, baby? You got a falling wedgie, just like what we had before you erased it, you dumbass. I want to do the my cheat for Bukowski's measure move. And it's basically swing high to swing low. Listen, he says that you take from tip to tip to get your authentic measure move. 2 different ways to do this. We'll go over both of them. And then it's 61%. Or 62% chance, a multiplier that you apply to that. Well, you put your thinking caps on and you're like, oh crap, that's just this. Well, that's just a 0 to the 618. Take that and put it on top and it tells you you're going to come up here to this area. About the 786 Fibonacci area. So you could just bypass all this measure move stuff with your fibs. I'm just saying that. Otherwise, you can take, you know, whether you go, I kind of like just go from the thing to things. We could do 2 different ideas here. We could go from wick to wick and we'll just see what they say. But this I get, and it takes us to the same darn area, just going from the actual line to line. If you go from the actual wick to wick, you'll get something a little bit crazier, which may or may not work. But the Bukowski move, measure move, however you want to calculate it, there's 2 different ways you can get it. And just doing this way from here to here is pretty spot on most of the night. Just like what we showed you. Yay! So what you doing right now, Jupiter? Swing high to swing low for this little guy here. That was a big mover for us. We breaking new ground here, hopefully, if that candle can close. It didn't close last time, so we lost it. Now we're going for it again. My personal opinion, I think we're headed up to 87, 88 cents. And it looks like it really, really wants to go to 94 according to the cloud. It may not be a straight up shot there. It may have to work its way up there after 88 cents, but 94 looks pretty good. I even like this one over here. I like them all, tell you the truth. $1. Well, that's going to be psychological too, as well as a 618. So I would say that one will have a lot to do with Jupiter. And this is on the daily, so that looks good. That looks enticing. That's 24% to get up to there. 16% there. I mean, but shoot. If you're playing this one and we're, you know, should be on the beginning side of something along the lines of this to try to get us back up here. Because ultimately, we just got, you know, a W or a double bottom forming, and we got tops here, and it's a little slanted, so it kind of supports this area over here that we could be headed up to anywhere 122, and maybe if the slant wins out, somewhere around 108. But it looks promising. I wouldn't sell out too early. That's the thing that can be enticing, or might be on some people's mind. It's like you're so tired of being down, and then when you starting to see things tit up, you're like, maybe you're selling out your trades too early. And it's the market makers, they're really good, or just the market itself is really good at making you play with your emotions at the wrong times. And you feel like you're doing the right thing, or you feel like you're doing something smart and sensible. It even makes sense to something you heard. So you're cut your losses and cut your losers, and so you hear that, and it's like, well, that applies. That could work. Okay, but you end up making the wrong choice anyway. I mean, this is the time on the big scene when you want to be adding and collecting those big bags so that you can sell this things that you buy at 50, 60, 70 cents for sell some when it doubles up in price, and then hope and see how many X's we can get out of this little guy. Because we got her hanging around 50 cents. She could get up to $5. Imagine getting a 5X out of this, and it's hard to see that now. But we still got another, 12 to 18 months of this ride possibly going? To about close to this time next year. So think about this, for the next 12, 15 months. We're going to have ups and downs, and there are going to be some big downs. There will be some big downs, scary downs. And you plan ahead for it and don't get too crazy when everything's going up. You can safeguard against that. But you're about to walk into some life-changing money here in the next few months. Are you ready? Are you excited about it? Are you planning more for the future than being concerned about, you do need to take profit and have something in mind, but you don't want to make sure that you don't want to get out of your positions too early. Because I remember about this point in the game when AVAX, that's Avalanche, was about $4, hanging $3 to $4. It's like those are never going to get there. And like, oh, big deal, she might go up to 12 or 8 or 12, and it did. Yay! Woo! Made profit. And then, oh shoot, Avalanche is $50. Avalanche is $150, and I had it at 4. Yeah. About 10 months down the road, you start kicking yourself, and you're like, I had that, and I sold it like at nothing. So you got those ideas too, coin collectors. Stop. Linda says, Japan decided not to raise interest rates for now. Oh, cool. The markets will likely have a nice pump tomorrow. Nice. Thank you for that, Linda. Shoot. Atta girl. She on top of things. I've been wondering about that, and that's been on the back of my mind, but I hadn't heard anything about it. So that's some good news. That's promising, because that can unwind things, and that's been one of those clouds. So that's something lifted. So cool. It is still September, historically the bearish month of the year for Bitcoin. So what makes it bearish, do you think? Let's see. What was this crap? Let's take a look at a few Septembers here. This was September during the bull. We had a pretty decent August, and then we just, in September got it to 53, but then lost it toward the end of September. We were down. So this was August. This was the first week of September. It was a big give and take. Second week of September was kind of in the middle, but for Bitcoin. And then the third week, we came down. Then in October, things started looking a little bit better, and that was in 2021. September in the bear. Oh, I remember that. It was down, and then October was going, October should be good. And it was as best as it could be with all the crap going on. And then October left and November came, and November tanked. November is kind of a rough month, too. And it usually happens, you'll get a pump for a few weeks in the fall, and then it goes away. And if you haven't taken profits, it feels like what we've been through over here, too. So whatever happens, don't forget to pay yourself. That's one of the most important lessons you can learn in this game. And we just wait and see what Bitcoin do when she's gonna do it. But there is resistance there. There's some bearish things that are, if not, well, they're bearish. That's the right way to characterize, but it's not like we're going to 38,000 now. So we got some good stuff happening too. Mostly I still, and I've said this for a while, just see us kind of ranging still for a little while. Unless we get a higher high above 70, and I want to change tune. We get above the 200 daily moving average, I'll be changing my tune. I'll say, well, it needs to start backing up, baby, because it's getting ready to happen. And we're not at that level yet. But we're trying. We're getting there. But there may be a pullback. That's all I'm worried about. There may be another pullback coming. Slingers says 67K Monday, Tuesday? Well, considering what you said about the intro, I'm kind of curious. And so I will feel bullish, more bullish if we get a higher high. Otherwise, I'm going to say, I'm going to hope that we can just range here and not get a lower low, because that's on the table if that happens, if we roll over. But if, we got a good chance, we can start trying to turn some things around. Best, I would say maybe something, along the lines of that, and then maybe try to tackle this one. Higher high, higher low, so maybe something like that. But I see no way that we're just going to go and especially knock out these guys. And some people are calling for us to come up and make a higher high like that and then smash down lower. I don't know. I mean, I don't see where they're getting that from, but there is some bearish overtones, enough to sandbag us from any major just bullish move. Meaning, as long as these moving averages are flipped and we get into a high, we need to be getting paid. Because there's going to be a low. There will be a low soon to come. It will bounce us back down there. So that's what I'm trying to keep on the forefront of my mind, is make sure that I pay myself. And then when price does swap the moving averages on the bigger time frames and they start flipping more bullish, we start getting some moving averages crossing the 200 moving average. Then I can okay, we'll hold these for a little bit longer now. We'll make sure we'll make sure this bag is packed a little bit better now, not selling so much and playing for more upside. Shucks, I forgot to look at coins. Trigger says just keep holding. Not a bad idea. Got to head out. Hey, good to see you, Stray Guy. Thanks for hanging out. It is 11:37. We've been going for an hour. I want to knock out just a few little things here. Did we look at? I don't think we looked at Sui. Or maybe we did. Now she is at a resistance level right here. It's just draw a thin line. No, it came from these angles down here. So candle bodies to candle bodies, and what, you didn't copy it? Why you copy it? Copy it. It's not copying it. Why are you not copying it? There we go. Layer just right on top of these candle bodies over here, and then God, that happens to be where we are. We're actually a little bit above it right now, but we are at resistance. Maybe we are at screw you, road dog. I'm going to 152. I ain't stopping till I get there, says Sweet. She's parabolic. Keep this in mind. When we get a parabolic move, when she goes straight up like that, they get to their target and then they start crashing kind of hard, and they come down and consolidate. And actually, we got to see what we can see from Sui. That's interesting, though. She's breaking out of this channel if we're considering that idea. It's not the strongest channel idea. Let me throw that out there. Because this would really be the channel we're looking at. Well, let's look at it full that way, and then we're parabolic already. Yeah, that actually makes more sense. Let's take a measure move, and we'll get at least an idea of where she thinks she's going to go to anyway. Put it at the breakout, and that suggests that Sweet may make it this far. 164, you do it. Do it, baby, do it. We'll put that as a measure move. She may go higher. She may just bump right up here to 180.
Good golly, Miss Molly.
Sweet is having a ball. Now, also, one idea is just to zoom out. And remember, we had a swing high. 2 swing low. Tell me where price is going to go. That's our 618 right up here. Probably where she's headed, 152. Let's take this target, put it there, 165. And then one last one, which I don't think she'll get it, but hey, who knows? There's always hope that we hit 181 out of Sweet. I will be probably borrowing some Sweet to sell, to short on spot margin at this point, and just kind of layer out those, and hopefully we'll come down and maybe make a buck or two. Guys, thanks for hanging out with me. My name is Lane. We've been looking at the market and talking about trading and all this kind of stuff, listening to music, just chilling. So Linda says I'm holding out for 5 to 6 jupe. It'll get there. May take a while. The big paydays always do. The big paydays always do. Good night, everybody. Trade carefully. Enjoy the prices as they go up. Don't forget to look for points to pay yourself. Because if you ain't paying yourself, you just along for the ride. God bless you.
Come on, come here, boy. Come on. You freaky dog. I don't need to analyze. Every word that comes out is a lie. Make it look like it's so ice, ice, ice. You won't make it to the finish line. Now if you gotta know the truth was gonna let you go. You was fine, never mind, unpredictable. Fade out of the ground, you ain't no one. You a star, blow it up like supernova. In the nighttime, hit my hotline. Sharing secrets, you wish really was about your life. Basic bullets, with no bullets.